When you call for just any ambulance service, you never know what you might get. But when you call Vital Care at 423-562-9370, you'll get an experienced staff, experienced and professional people who know what the word emergency really means. Don't just trust anyone. You do have a choice when it comes to ambulance service in this area. 562-9370.
Happy New Year, everybody. The Blue Devils finished up down in Florida in the Hilton Sandestin Beach basketball blowout, going for third place after losing Monday to the Bobcats of Paxton 64-47. Hunter Creekmore had a good game, scoring something like 12 points. Jason Hale had 10, but here's the bad news. Justin Bowen was stopped the entire game. He couldn't get going. He only mustered something like 6 points. They keyed on him all game long. As soon as he crossed the timeline, he was double teamed. At the end of the first, it was a good game though, 20-14 Paxton. At the half, it was a little bit uglier, 41-22. At the end of three, it was 53-35, and of course you know where I'm going with this, and it got ugly. We never could stop their outside shooting, and they made a truckload of threes. Jellicoe would play Cookeville Tuesday in the consolation game, and they lost that one too, 62-45. They finished the tournament 2-2, winning on days 1 and 2, but losing on the final 2 days. They fought back in the third quarter, though, to make it a game at 36-27, but Cookeville again put on the gas. They applied that pressure and ran away and hid for the rest of the game. Offensive rebounds was the difference in this game, as they didn't make a lot of baskets, but they had a lot of putbacks. To finish in fourth place, though, in this tournament out of 16 teams was saying something. Mike Reynolds wanted to see what his team was made of, and he found out. He found out they could play ball when they wanted to. He also found out they could play with the bigger schools, as Jellicoe was one of those schools, small schools in the tournament. It didn't matter, though, and he can carry that into the season, and he'll have to. They'll have to play at Corbin this Friday. Also playing Friday will be the Cougars and Lady Cougars, who finished up in their tournaments, and they done some good down there. They jumped back into district play, and they hope to jump back into the win column. But Powell is a good team, especially in their kitchen. You can listen in to that game on the WLF Sports Network at 1450WLF.com. Monday, middle school basketball will get back at it, as Jacksboro Middle School will be at Horace Maynard, and La Follette Middle School will travel to Robertsville. The following Thursday, it's Game 2 of the Battle of the Birds, as Jacksboro Middle School will travel to play La Follette Middle School. We'll cover that one for you.
Calvary Christian Academy, quality academics and biblical character. You can receive both. All the things you want in a school for your child. Grade levels K through 12. Phonetic-based reading, individualized curriculum, diagnostic testing, character building, and biblical principles. For more information, contact Calvary Christian Academy, 2139 Jacksboro Pike, P.O. Box 1402, La Follette, Tennessee. Phone 423-562-7267. 423-562-7267.
Alrighty, it's 2014. We thought we would take a look back at some of the stories that we had covered this year. We thought you'd get a kick out of it. Now, let's see if you remember this one. Mackenzie Sieber, just 3.7 seconds left on the clock. Jacksboro Middle School girls are down to the Eagles of Jefferson, and here's what happened.
3.7 seconds, and Jacksboro is down by 27-25. Gotta get a good shot, gotta shoot it.
Wow, I hope you're watching this on TV, because radio just don't do it justice. We just showed the game-winning shot made at half court by Miss Mackenzie Sieber. With seconds ticking away, Jacksboro Middle School was down by 2, 27-25. Mackenzie Sieber put up a shot at half court. It caroomed off the backboard and went in, and then the horn sounded to end the game. Needless to say, the crowd went crazy, the coaches went crazy, and I was already crazy.
And here's another first. First time ever, Campbell County High School beat Oak Ridge to remain in the hunt for the district crown, shared by Anderson County High School. As a matter of fact, in this game, folks, this was the first time Campbell County ever had a lead over Oak Ridge. You remember this?
Hey, Coach! Big believers now, man.
Hey, I think we did, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's something else. You know, these moments don't come around a lot. We're going to enjoy it.
Biggest test of your young career right now.
Yeah, it is, ain't it? But it's all about these kids. They blind
Yeah.
everything we say. We tell them to do something.
But you know, somebody had to got him, man.
I know, I'm proud of them.
Somebody had to got him.
I'm just glad to be here.
A historic night, to say the least, at El Hope Donsett Stadium. You would have thought that our Cougars pulled off the impossible task of beating the Wildcats of Oak Ridge or something. Well, that's exactly what happened. The scoreboard read home 27, visitors 14, and it stayed that way till dawn early Saturday morning. You know, we could talk about our first lead ever over the Wildcats, as Trey Torres was not to be denied from 10 yards out and scored the first goal of the ball game, the first touchdown. We could talk about Trey Torres stealing the football from them as they were driving in for a score. We could also talk about Corey Phillips' big catch after big catch in this big game. We could also talk about Nick Bailey, who not only led their defense, but the offense in the Big Bubba package to seal the win for our Cougars. But we're not. And here's some Dixie Youth All-Stars who made some hay in the tournaments. Our featured story is a little 10 and under All-Star team from right here in Campbell County, who went deep into the districts before they got knocked out by the All-Stars from Tellico Plains Tuesday night. They skipped the sub-districts and went right into the districts, lost their first game, won their second game over Harriman in a come-from-behind win before falling to Tellico. Now, we spoke with Coach Matt Murray, and here's what the coach had to say about this experience.
They did. I couldn't be no more pleased. I mean, it's a great bunch of kids. Yeah, I learned to never save your best picture for tomorrow, because it just might rain on you.
And, of course, Jordan Comer makes the Olympic team from right here at home. You know, it's been a very good year for the sports here in Campbell County. I know I left a lot of major stories out, but I want you to know I have enjoyed covering these among all the hundreds of events that have taken place this past year, and I want to thank you for letting me be a small part of it. But we are sad to learn that our partner in crime, Mr. Greg Brackett, a good friend of mine, passed away just a few days ago. You know, Greg and I brought you the Cougars baseball games last year on the network, and I always enjoyed working with my old buddy Greg, and I will sorely miss him. He was a class act all the way, and to his family, our condolences and our prayers.